Hello! Welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from the last couple of days. We start with the status of the WWE brand split. Despite SmackDown moving to Fox in October, there doesn't seem to be any plans for Raw and SmackDown to merge back to one roster. While it's possible that things could change over the next several months, Fox wants to kind of promote SmackDown as more of a sport-based brand, like it used to be. Less of the sports entertainment and more of just the wrestling. So, yeah, they don't seem to want to merge both of the brands together and just kind of have their own little separate brand, which is kind of cool. I'd like to see what they're going to do with that. And then, regarding Shane McMahon winning the World Cup tournament, there is follow-up creative plans in early 2019 that is expected to set up a storyline for WrestleMania. That's what the basis we're going on right now. We then move on to Ronda Rousey took a verbal jab at Becky Lynch after she showed that I'm in Dr. Jail. She went, Dr. Jail looks like Dr. Paid Vacation, where you get to sit on your ass, extending your title reign while trying to think of witty tweets in an attempt to stay relevant. Betty or joke mocking Edge aren't so funny now, huh? Try not to bump your nose getting out of that thing. And then Conor McGregor backed her up because she went, they're bonded between being Irish brother and sister, but if they've got 2 miles from each other, she'd break the bond, his arm and himself in 3 seconds. He went, call me whenever you need proper backup. I love that Conor McGregor said he'll be back up. He'll be in WWE soon enough. And then we just have to quickly cover the story that Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan was hospitalised during Thanksgiving holiday. It said, Happy Thanksgiving from the Duggan family to yours. Dad is in ICU but is in good spirits. We are all doing good. We have a lot to be thankful for this year. We got an update with another post saying he's out of the hospital. He got discharged. They said that they'll say what happened later that day, but that was on the 24th of November, and it's now the 26th, and there's been no updates of why he was in the ICU in the first place. So we'll just have to keep up to date with it, but either way, Hacksaw Jim Duggan has been in hospital. He's now been discharged. He seems to be doing very good. Glad to hear it, mate. Glad to hear it. And then original plans for Rousey at TLC is, according to Dave Meltzer, was meant to be a heel Natalya. But due to the death of Natalya's father, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, may he rest in peace, WWE dropped the storyline since the company thought it would be too difficult to make Natalya a heel. So they put Nia Jax in the spot instead. Oh, that's good. That is good. I'm glad they moved away from that. Let's just let Natalya be what she is for now, because she's going through a difficult time. And then Braun Strowman is scheduled to have elbow surgery today, Monday, the 26th of November. We'll know more news as and when he has this surgery, whether he'll be good to go by TLC, because the extent of the injury will not be known until they've opened him up and started doing the surgery. So we'll have to wait and see how he does there. And then Dave Meltzer discussed Chris Jericho's status for WWE might not return on a regular basis. He said he could easily go back to WWE, but the main scenario is his cruises. WWE turned him down the first time. That doesn't mean they're going to turn him down every single time, but Chris Jericho wants to do these cruises. He went out there, he got deals with everybody. This is the main reason why he probably wouldn't return in a full-time basis. And then an Instagram account claimed to be Neville came clean after Neville revealed on a tweet that it doesn't have an Instagram account. Several starters, including NoDQ.com, which is the one I'm reading off now, were duped into thinking it was a legitimate account and would like to apologise for the confusion. He went, I do not have Instagram, beware of cheap imitators. And then the account said, hello, I'm a stop, but with a P instead of an O, a YouTuber As you all know, this account was fake. I never intended it to go this far, but it did, and I think it should end. I'll make a YouTube video about it, so stay tuned, everyone. Sorry as well, I'll explain on the YouTube video. Weird. Why would you... Weird. And then Roman Reigns made his first public appearance since his hiatus from WWE due to leukemia. It's a Georgia Tech Twitter account published a brief video of Roman Reigns who attended the Georgia Tech versus Georgia Bulldogs football game. He played for the Georgia Tech in college and noted that "I'm the real big dog here, to hell with Georgia, baby." He's looking in good spirits as far as I can tell. Let's go Reigns, you can kick its ass. Then we go to WWE holding an NXT UK takeover. It is set to be scheduled. Where's the date? It's actually going to be taking place. The 12th of January. Saturday, the 12th of January, which I assume will not be the same day as the Royal Rumble. I believe that's later in the January, so I believe this will be before. The current matches listed, spoilers by the way, are Pete Dunne versus Joe Coffey for the UK Championship, Mustache Mountain versus Jack Gibson and JD Drake for the UK Tag Team Championships, Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm for the UK Women's Championship. No disqualification match. David Mystiff versus Eddie Dennis. There we go. And Jordan Devlin versus Travis Banks. So yeah, that's an interesting little note. I like that. Can't wait to see what they do for a takeover special. And then we have Nia Jax responding to trolls. She went, "Ha ha ha. Well, I still look sexy AF. Hate comments below. You can even call me an Irish Jax too." It was in response to this picture. Wow. That's obviously a fake Photoshop picture of Nia Jax. All I gotta say to this is, why you gotta hate? I don't know why I was Italian, but I hate people who hate for the sake of hating. It's fucking ridiculous. Seth Rollins comments on his Starcade and his current position in WWE on Twitter. Away game, hostile environment, no Brock, no Bryan, no Ronda, no Becky, no problem. The man, the champ, the hardest working motherfucker in the business just wrecked Cincinnati. I assume he won his match then. And WWE legend Road Warrior Animal spoke out about the state of WWE's tag team division. Well, what you see is they have a habit of doing with tag team wrestling today. They don't establish whose top dog tag team is, and they don't ever establish who the heel team is. Everyone can't be equal. That's not life. That's not reality. That's not reality. That's not tag team wrestling. They started out with the Revival being strong, and now they killed them. The Authors of Spain, yeah, they just beat one guy, Seth Rollins, to become tag team champions. But what have they done before that? They've gotten beat. Okay, I'm agreeing with his points here, but has he not seen the Authors of Pain career in NXT? Because they were fucking amazing. You can't keep beating teams and then have them get a token win every now and then. You have to establish who's the dominant guys. There's no team that stands out being dominant team today. That's a problem. I agree with them. They do need to fix what they do with tag team wrestling at this point, because my God, it's ridiculous. Have we got any more stories to cover? I don't think we have. I'm just going to check. Nope. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, as always, if you have enjoyed this wrestling newsroom, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.